Hi friends, welcome to TNPSC Radio. Today we are going to see about International Relations section in May 2019 current affairs. Okay, the first topic is United Nations Human Rights Council. So in this, let us first see the issue. What is the issue? There was a special rapporteur's team report which was submitted recently, which stated that India has violated human rights while handling the Jammu and Kashmir issue, but India was against it, claiming that they have shown bias. And now let's go and see what are the facts in this particular news. Okay, first is, what is UNHRC, United Nations Human Rights Council? It is actually appointed by United Nations General Assembly in the year 2006. So there are nearly 47 members. These members will be appointed only for a term of 3 years. Actually, worldwide they have divided into 5 regions, and these members will be picked up from the 5 regions only. And while picking up a person from a particular country, they will actually discuss or compare certain things. How well the country has kept with the promises, what are the pledges it has made, futuristic approach, what are the policies it has. These are all the considerations when the UNGA is going to take a member into the UNHRC is going to take a member into the into the group. So now we'll go into what is special rapporteurs. These are the members who are appointed by the UNHRC, and these members will be submitting a report to the UNHRC, and most importantly, it is not binding. This is most important. Then there are two kinds of mandates. One is country mandate and the other one is thematic mandate. So what is country mandate? If UNHRC feels that some human rights violation or something bad is going on in a country, immediately it can send a group of special rapporteurs team to the country to look into the issue. This is one thing. This is country mandate. So what is thematic mandate? Suppose if the UNHRC has to know the present condition of all the countries in the world regarding a particular theme, say nutrition, or something like per capita income, or social inequality, anything it can be. So under this topic, a survey or a research will be made globally, and the report will be submitted to the UNHRC, and such a survey is called as thematic mandate. Then we go for the analysis comparison between OHCHR and the UNHRC. So Office of High Commissioner of Human Rights versus UNHRC. So what is this office of, as we know, how do we say PMO, Prime Minister's office? No, very similarly, this is the office which is working under the UN Secretariat. They will be performing only the secretary functions, and they do not undergo any kind of research or any inquiries. Their work is only to perform the secretary functions. For example, if the special rapporteurs has to go to a country, they will be the OHCHR are the persons who are going to manage the persons who are going to accommodate them, and also the other logistic issues. These kind of things only will be dealt with the Office of High Commissioner of Human Rights, OCHCR. And this UNHRC is actually the wing of you can say wing, or you can say it is a body under United Nations which is actually taking care of the human rights violation. So next we are going to see about permanent observer. This is another fact under this news. Permanent observer, there is nowhere stated about the definition of permanent observer, or the way a permanent observer can be included in the United Nations charters. It is just a convention. Permanent observer is somehow it has got into practice, but it is not mentioned in any of the charters of the United Nations. Next we are going to compare the membership between United Nations Security Council and United Nations HRC. So United Nations Security Council, it consists of two types of members. One is permanent members, and the other one is temporary members. Temporary members will be elected for a term of 2 years, and every year 5 members will be replaced. This is a condition of UNSC. But when you see UNHRC, all the members are having a term of 3 years. There is no permanent and there is no non-permanent. They will be elected for a period of with 3 year term with a maximum of 2 consecutive memberships. 2 consecutive terms they can have. Then we are going to universal periodic review. So what is it? This is a kind of research or inquiry, and this review will be done every 5 years to all the members of UN in order to review if any human right violations have taken place. Such a review will be made to all the UN members every 5 years. Now presently India is member of this United Nations Human Rights Council beginning from January 2019. So we have up to 2021 and 2022. So 3 years term now. So after 2022 we have the term. Okay, so we are going to the next topic, and this is United Nations Security Council, UNSC's Sanctions Committee. United Nations Security Council's Sanctions Committee, and the number is 1261. The resolution number is 1261. Originally, if you see, this particular resolution was formed in order to check the violations, check the issues that arise out of the Taliban's. But later it was changed to check into the issues that arise out of the Al Qaeda and ISIL. So what is ISIL? ISIL is a terrorist group that is actually giving lot of terrorist disturbances to the Levant region. What is the Levant region? It is a Eastern Mediterranean region. So Eastern Mediterranean region means what are the countries there? Syria, Lebanon, Israel and Jordan. These are the countries in Eastern Mediterranean region, that is Levant region. So currently who is the chairperson of this UNSC 1267? Indonesia is a chairperson. And here the issue, what is the issue actually? So Pakistan is giving support to Masood Azhar, but India is arguing that Masood Azhar should be said as global terrorist, and the P3 countries are with India, US, UK and Russia. US, UK and France, I'm sorry. The P3 countries means US, UK and France. They are with India, but China is against India. But what is the China's argument is that there is no proper evidence to state that Masood Azhar is a global terrorist. So now what happened? US definitely wanted this to happen, and the US actually circulated a circular, and this actually pushed China to accept to the resolution, and hence now Masood Azhar is declared as a global terrorist. So this is the news actually. Now we'll dig into the points. So Sanctions Committee is something that is actually doing the functions of enforcing certain sanctions on countries which violates certain rules, which creates a panic in the nearby neighboring countries, or it actually creates a panic globally also. So it may be anything, like it may be a nuclear weapon, kind of nuclear weapon related, or it can be giving fund and men support to the terrorist groups. It can be these kind of issues. So the sanction committee will be always chaired by non-permanent members. This is most important. We have 5 permanent members and we have other non-permanent members. This sanctions committee will be always chaired by non-permanent members. So what will be the impact of the sanctions committee on the country which is giving asylum to the to the person who is considered as global terrorist? First thing is asset freeze. Second is travel ban, and the third is armed trade ban. So assets freeze, whatever assets they have, it will be frozen, and the travel ban of these people to any other country will be done. Nobody is going to give visa to this Masood Azhar and anybody who is going to belong to this gang. And arms trade, any trade which is going to deal with this particular group will be completely banned. And even if the country also, even Pakistan will also not able to get any arms import, because there is a ban on Pakistan by the Sanctions Committee 1267. And next thing, this now we are going to see about the report given by ITSA regarding this issue, UNSC 1267, on the stand of China, especially giving importance to the stand of China in this particular issue. So ITSA is nothing but Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis. This is nothing but it is actually funded by our Ministry of Defense. We already saw the name is institute. That means they are going to give training. Training to whom? Training to our civil and military persons. Okay. So there is the Executive Council who is headed by President, who are actually overviewing or who actually control this ITSA. Control in sense they govern. The ITSA is governed by Executive Council that is headed by President. As I said, it is funded by Indian Ministry of Defense, and it is an autonomous body, and more importantly, it is a registered society. It was established in the year 1965. Its objective is to provide assessment and issues relating to national and international security. So these are all the important points regarding this particular UNSC news. And moreover, something extra is that we need to know what is FATF. FATF is nothing but an intergovernmental group which actually was initiated by the G7 countries, and it is actually giving it is listing the countries based on their involvement in the terrorist activities. So Pakistan is currently awarded with is actually included in the grey list up to June 2020, and it is going to be even more bad after June 2020. And next we need to see about how ITSA portrays, or how ITSA designates China in this particular issue. ITSA says that China is taking this particular channel in order to avoid more frustration from Indians, because China has 45% of the products is being sold in India only, in Indian market only. So China don't want to earn the frustration and anger of India. And actually China has also blocked the entry of India into nuclear supplies group. Even that has earned a lot of anti-sentiment from the Indian public, but not like this, because after the Pulwama attack, designating Masood Azhar as a global terrorist have gained more importance in India and among Indians, and China has to do it in order to retain its market in India. So with this we complete the two topics. We'll be talking further in the next video. Thank you.